I always tell niggas, at some point, I don't know at what point, but at some point, while I'm alive, they're gonna deem and hail me as the biggest and best artist in the world. I don't know exactly how it's gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
In some breaking news, Megan Thee Stallion says it was in fact Tory Lanez who shot her.
Megan has completely opened up and now accused Tory Lanez.
Fuck Tory Lanez, you piece of shit. He shot a woman.
Shot her not once, twice. Not an accident. Both feet.
Like, what the fuck is that?
I just can't see how, why, like, what circumstances
I get it. Man, fuck that, man. Fuck Tory Lanez.
Nigga, Tory Lanez a bitch, bro.
Guess who I believe? Bang.
Niggas like that, you a sucker. He's the king sucker. He's worse than that other nigga with the colorful hair. He's the biggest sucker in the industry.
Now, Tory Lanez, I'm honestly a little bit worried for this man. If you've been paying attention to what Tory's been posting on his social media.
Interscope Records, if y'all niggas don't stop playing with me, I'm exposed what's really going on in that fucking building.
Interscope almost disappeared my man.
Y'all might as well tell Tory Lanez RIP right now.
Whatever's going on, man,
If you understand the type of power these people got, be careful. Chill. They gonna make you disappear.
Whatever you're gonna expose will hurt their pockets, and they'll try to
kill Tory Lanez's character as an artist.
Yes, this nigga Tory shot.
And they may shut down your whole career, your whole livelihood.
I keep a smile on my face. Why? Because I know what I know. I know what I know. And at the end of the day, I'm not afraid of certain things because I gotta be strong for the people around me, dog. I have to be. Because they can't see me weak right now. They can't see that.
This be that dark label shit them niggas trying to do me. I know the secrets and I know the fuckery. And they don't want me to say nothing, so they trying to shut.
What's good, YouTube? It's Moslidez, and today we gonna run through a conspiracy theory surrounding this whole Tory Lanez versus Megan Thee Stallion thing. Remember, this is just a conspiracy. None of us were there. Anything could have went down that night. We don't know shit except he say, she say. But this whole thing had irreversible damage on Tory's career. Before this video starts, make sure y'all drop a like. It helps out a ton, especially for smaller YouTubers. Hit that subscribe button and follow my Instagram to keep up to date with breaking hip-hop news. It's the top link in the description. But before we get into this theory, I gotta give y'all some background information. Tory Lanez was signed to a record label called Interscope. On December 15th, he took to Instagram to write, Interscope Records, if y'all don't stop playing with me, I'm exposed what's really going on in that building. Now, we don't know exactly what triggered this, but people are speculating that it had something to do with the project he just released, the Chixtape 5. Tory's previous Chixtapes had never been on streaming services because he illegally sampled other artists' songs. But for the Chixtape 5, he was trying to do it legit, and it cost him hundreds of thousands and possibly even millions of dollars. The project was in the red. Tory even admitted he lost money from it.
He didn't do this because he made a lot of money off of it. He did
this
for
actually, it was actually it was counteractive. We actually didn't, do this from a monetary standpoint.
People were speculating that this Instagram post came after he got that Chixtape 5 bill and saw Interscope wasn't trying to help him pay it off. But Tory Lanez has been hinting at problems with his label for years now, and he has a few main issues with them, like how they weren't making him a priority and even try to shelf him.
If I didn't do certain things to help myself, I wouldn't be here. I promise you that. I'd have been one of those niggas that were on the shelf.
Basically meaning they wouldn't promote him. No project or music was really gonna come out, and he was sort of just gonna fade into the background while they gave those resources to other artists. And he finessed his way out of it by using his own connections, like his connection to the radio. The only way he could stay on the radio was sending out hundreds of dub plates for each song. For y'all that don't know what that is, it's basically replacing the line in the song with the name of a DJ.
Stepped out of bail, I did a diddy bop. DJ Brand stunting on a city cop. Stepped out of bail, I did a diddy bop. Camelo, he ain't talking to no city cop.
He had to send out hundreds of these to stay on the radio. And another issue he has with the label is they was trying to control everything about him. They wouldn't let him do his own thing. He even called up the label and asked him if he could drop a few rap songs, and they was like,
Nigga, we signing you to be a singer, nigga. And da 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 da. And I was like, bro, I don't.
That's why I was worried.
So when Tory was out here rap battling everybody, it's because he was trying to defy the record label. That was the only way he could put rap songs out there. And he felt he needed to show off his talents because the label was focusing on too many niggas that weren't as good as him.
My label, and I felt like they just wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing, and that shit was making me feel like, yo, you niggas are putting so much time and money into these niggas who ain't nice, bro. Like, you feel me? And I'm nice. And then when I said it, when I was like, yo, I'm the best, nigga, niggas was like, has this kid lost his mind? Like, has he lost his mind? Like, nigga, you're a singer. And that's what threw me over. That flew me.
Interscope also didn't let him drop music when he wanted to, and he already helped produce, edit, and direct all of his videos. And Tory had already sucked all the connections he would need out of Interscope, so he felt like he didn't need that major label push.
My money needs to go into these things.
Who is the connects? Who are the people that the label is actually using? Who are these people?
Well, listen.
You know, and I find those people and I use them independently.
So with all this, it's clear that Tory Lanez was unhappy with his deal, and he took to social media with this message, and even responded to a comment saying they're gonna try to kill him, saying, "That's the difference. I don't care. My integrity, respect, and the path of light that I can show generations after me is more important than that." Then this post gets deleted, and that Instagram live session never comes. The only thing we get is an ominous message from Tory Lanez on Twitter, saying if anything happens to him, he did it for upcoming artists that have better deals. Then this message gets deleted too. The big question on everyone's mind was, what could Tory Lanez possibly expose Interscope for? Well, they're known to have pretty shady business practices. Juice WRLD's girlfriend even exposed them for giving him morphine and cocaine when trying to get him to sign, and he died of an overdose about a year later. They supply artists with drugs, and when they die, their numbers increase exponentially. And these numbers just put more money in the hands of the label. But that's not the only shady thing Interscope Records has been accused of. Southside from 808 Mafia even claims they try to bring niggas in the studio to rob him. He was chilling in the studio making records. Then Interscope let people in that put him in harm's way, so he did this.
Y'all mad I up pistols on niggas so they came to rob me? Like, come on, bro, that's crazy. How niggas even get in the studio? Period. So, cause I up pistols on niggas and I pistol whip niggas, I lose my whole deal. Yeah, and then they want me to be quiet and not speak out. Man, fuck y'all, I don't need y'all money. They let a nigga in the studio to come rob, like, it's crazy.
After bringing in people trying to rob him, they dropped him off the label. It was looking like they was trying to get Southside set up, where the whole thing was a ploy to get him off Interscope.
Niggas flew me to New York, this bald head ass nigga Joey flew me to New York to tell me, yo, we're gonna back out because we don't want anyone to sue you for what happened with your deal. Any of you niggas sound them niggas, don't let them niggas fuck y'all life up, bro. Y'all be with them folks for the rest of your fucking life, bro. Them folks be doing niggas dirty, having niggas fucked up.
These are just two examples of shady shit Interscope did, and Tory Lanez was on the inside. He was signing them for 5 years. He probably has way more examples of them doing some weird shit that he could expose. And 3 months after that Instagram post, he was off Interscope and independent, announcing it in the song Letter to You Too.
Soon as you hear this verse, I'm out the record deal. And she did 12 albums, 4 years, and that's a record still.
It was looking like Tory Lanez got everything he wanted. He even got his master's back, which some artists spend their whole career trying to get back. Kanye West is even fighting for his right now. And this is where the conspiracy theory comes back up. Tory Lanez got out of his deal. He sucked the connections out of Interscope, and he got his master's back. He even refused to give Interscope songs he thought were too good or put full effort in the new Toronto 3. But to do this, he threatened to expose a billion-dollar industry with some very powerful people at the top. And this theory says they set this whole Megan Thee Stallion vs. Tory Lanez thing up by using her label Roc Nation. They pushed Meg to make a statement publicly and then launched a smear campaign.
And heard her say them words about Roc Nation management. This jigga whole career, I've been a fan of it. And I'm just pissed by how these niggas handled it. I worked for this for years, and out of nowhere, here comes jail trying to come smear campaign and damage it.
It's a way to kill two birds with one stone. They could get Tory back for what he did to the music industry, and they could literally multiply Megan Thee Stallion's clout levels. After this incident, she went on to have a #1 song in the country, had an interview with the New York Times, and she was on Saturday Night Live. But in this album, Tory Lanez isn't flat out saying Megan Thee Stallion. He keeps talking about how the people in her ear are doing this.
But them people in your ear, they the true ones that I feel. They really got you thinking Tory Lanez would do you in for real.
Who could the people around her that Tory's so afraid of be? This theory says it's Jay-Z for a few reasons. On this album, Tory Lanez kept talking about the Illuminati, and Jay-Z is one of the main celebrities accused of being in it. And going back to Daystar lyrics, Tory Lanez says this:
I had to fight for mine, nigga, you were sworn in. And God bless me when I wake up every morning.
People have been speculating that he says you were sworn in connection to Megan Thee Stallion, who had an unusually quick rise to fame, supported by Jay-Z and Beyonce, and he's referring to her being sworn into the Illuminati, which he already made references to multiple times on the album. And he says that he has to fight for his, and God blesses him when he wakes up because he took the opposite route and didn't sell his soul. This theory explains that night in a very different way, one where Megan Thee Stallion isn't shot at all, and that's why when the cops questioned her initially, she didn't say it was Tory Lanez.
Niggas, y'all can play me, y'all can frame me, but I'ma reach the top. I would never put you in no danger, and if I did, you would've said it when you seen the cops.
This theory says that night went down, and the higher-ups in the music industry saw it as the perfect opportunity. Tory Lanez had threatened to expose them, and this was their way of getting rid of his career and future credibility if he did expose them. And going back to Jay-Z, after repeatedly saying he's worried about the people around Meg, Tory name drops him.
So I don't give a damn, shawty no jigger.
Jig is another name for Jay-Z, who owns Roc Nation, the record label Megan Thee Stallion is signed to. And remember when I told y'all Kanye West was fighting to get his masters back right now? Well, Kanye also tweeted out this image that said Jay-Z sold his masters to get his own back. And Tory Lanez was setting the precedent that all you had to do was threaten to expose the music industry's secrets. But why would Roc Nation frame Tory Lanez? Well, first off, artists getting their masters back wouldn't really be in the best interest for someone who owns a record label. And this situation boosted Megan Thee Stallion's career. And to put the nail in the coffin, Jay-Z's Roc Nation is under UMG, or Universal Music Group. Guess what other label is under UMG? The label Tory Lanez threatened to expose, Interscope.
This be that dark label shit them niggas trying to do me. I know the secrets and I know the fuckery, and they don't want me to say nothing, so they trying to shut.
If y'all enjoying the video so far, hit that sub button and drop a like. But people have been speculating that Megan Thee Stallion wasn't shot for multiple reasons. For y'all that don't remember, we originally got reports that Tory Lanez was arrested on a gun charge, and the police report said that Megan Thee Stallion had been injured by glass in her foot. Then some time went by and she said she was shot.
I was shot. I was shot in both of my feet.
This is questioned for a few reasons, but the most obvious being, how the fuck you get shot in both your feet and you're at the club next week? But not only that, you're walking at the scene of the crime. And it questions it because in that Instagram live where she says Tory shot her, she also says this.
I get out the car, I'm done arguing. I don't want to argue no more. I get out. I'm walking away. This nigga from out the backseat of the car starts shooting me. Soon as the police tell us all get out the motherfucking car, the police is really aggressive.
Did you guys catch that? She says she was leaving the car, then she's back in it. In a statement she put out a few weeks later, she says it was an attack on her life with intention to harm her. So people were like, that nigga tried to kill you, then you got back in the car? Something not adding up. And in that same Instagram live session, she said that she lied to the paramedics and the police about her injuries.
You mean to tell me that these medical doctors that are in an ambulance, you mean to tell me you lied to these people and they just treated you for glass when you had a bullet in you? If that's what you're saying, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they were dumb. You mean to tell me that the cops who were called for a gunshot in a Suburban or whatever the car was, found that same Suburban and found a gun in it, see you leaking, and didn't check you for bullet wounds?
And then she posted her foot, and niggas was like, there's no exit wounds from surgery, and she said she got shot in both of her feet. Why is she only showing one? And this whole time, people at Roc Nation were threatening Tory Lanez to not say a word.
2 days after that, I get a call from Roc Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement.
When Tory Lanez got arrested on that gun charge, he was about to go on Instagram Live and tell his fans, yo, it's just a gun charge, nothing serious. Cause he had no idea they were gonna try and spin that narrative with him.
Like all of a sudden the affiliates of her circle start pointing like little subliminal fingers like count your days and like I won't be around and you shooting at feet and like little funny things that they start doing. And I'm kind of like, damn, hold on, where are y'all about to take this? She then comes out and says, yo, the narrative of me getting cut by glass, it's just not true. She doesn't point at nobody or anybody or say anything or anything like that.
She didn't say it was him, but he got arrested on a gun charge that night. And the day she went live was Tory Lanez's birthday. And people started piecing shit together. Tory was calling his lawyer now like he about to make a statement. And his lawyer kept telling him chill. And then he kept seeing that shit pile on. And what them niggas at Roc Nation was trying to do. Then he started working on Daystar. Now saying that the music industry came up with this whole plan to set him up seems kind of far-fetched, but I've seen people justify it by looking at what happens to other artists who beat the music industry. And the biggest example of this is Michael Jackson. For an extremely watered-down version of the story, he finessed the out of them niggas on a way bigger scale than any artist ever did. He bought the rights to the ATV catalog and owned thousands of artist masters, including the Beatles. It was worth millions of dollars, but in 1995, Michael Jackson was in debt and sold half of it to Sony, who kept trying to pressure him into selling the rest. He kept refusing and eventually tried to get out of his deal with them. After this, Michael Jackson claims they sabotaged his last album, so he would be so broke that he had to sell the catalog to them. But this didn't work. He kept refusing and even went out protesting and said the head of Sony didn't care about black artists. He was just using them to make his pockets fatter. Michael Jackson said he was racist, a devil, and even said the head of Sony called Irv Gotti a... Y'all can read that. And at this point, Michael Jackson was worried for his safety. He would tell his family members that they're gonna try to kill him for that catalog.
Michael constantly told me, LaToya, if I die, they're gonna murder me, they're gonna kill me.
and a few years later he died. And people are speculating that Sony might have something to do with his death because of all the weird shit surrounding it. With him overdosing on drugs that his doctor shouldn't have been prescribing in the first place. His doctor waited a little bit before he called 911, and the paramedics even said that if he called them a bit earlier, Michael Jackson would still be alive. He also didn't perform CPR, and when the ambulance got there, he lied about the pills he gave them. An autopsy done after the fact even classified Michael Jackson's death as a homicide. Now, none of this has been tied to Sony, but that's a theory. Michael Jackson always talked about how he would never sell the catalog to those devils, but 7 years after his death, his estate sold it to Sony for $750 million, and today it's worth $2.2 billion. And Michael Jackson's family even buys into this theory, with his daughter saying he was absolutely murdered, and his sister saying this.
It wasn't an accident. He was murdered. Your brother was murdered. I always believed that from day one. I said, I'm not going to accept anything else, Barbara. They could have told me a heart attack. They could have told me he had fallen off a ladder, and I would have said, no, it's not a heart attack. He was murdered.
And that's already one example of some crazy shit that the music industry did. And even after Michael Jackson died, they're still trying to ruin his reputation, kind of like how they're doing Tory Lanez. But Tory Lanez's case wasn't as severe as Michael Jackson's, so they wouldn't kill him.
Illuminati trying to get me, nigga. But I'm the one they gotta spare like a Britney, nigga. Through the hot and cold, I would never sell my soul.
I remember when Tory Lanez posted threatening to expose Interscope. Well, Casanova commented on that post. And the first time Tory Lanez was spotted after that, he was with Casanova. And once again, after the Megan Thee Stallion situation, Casanova was the first rapper spotted with him.
What the is you doing out here? What the is going on?
So Casanova might have some information that we don't. But like I said before, I don't know shit, I wasn't there. I'm not saying this is what happened, it's just a conspiracy theory I heard. I saw a few other theories floating around too, and they were originally in this video, but I took them out because the video was getting too long, and it would have taken away from this one. But if y'all got any alternative theories or agree with these, let me know in the comments below, and make sure y'all drop a like on this video. I know people are gonna be mad I even made a video going through this, so hit that like button if you enjoyed it, and follow my Instagram. I'm gonna keep you posted on the latest rap news, and feel free to shoot me a DM showing support or arguing your theory. It's the top link in the description. Don't forget to hit that sub button too, but I'm Moslidez and I'm out.